Hastings.
Buongiorno tutti. I've had some crazy experiences living in Italy. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, yes, I love Italy. I miei nonni sono stati immigrati d'Italia. My grandparents immigrated from Italy. I was fortunate. I attended Lewis and Clark College, a private liberal arts college located in Portland, Oregon, my freshman year. And I, along with 24 other students, were chosen to go to school in Italy the following year. I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I could not wait to set step in the old country. 6 months later, we arrived in Rome. We lived in Rome for 3 months. During that period of time, we resided in the dormitories that were built for the 1960 Olympics. In the evenings, if we weren't studying, we had a plethora of different activities that we could partake in. We could watch TV, we could play cards, we could play ping pong, we'd play on the pinball machines. Side note, when I lived in Italy, I took pride in taking idiomatic expressions from America and translating them into Italian. Sometimes it worked, sometimes not so much. I will never forget, one evening I was playing on the pinball machines with my buddy Tom Anderson, speaking in English. An Italian approached me and he asked me, "Ma tu sei Americano? Are you American?" And I looked at him and I said, "Il Papa Cattolico? Is the Pope Catholic?" And he looks at me and he says, "What does that have to do with anything?" And I explained to him what could be more obvious than the Pope being Catholic. And he looks at me and he says, "I like that. That is funny." He turns to his friend, "Is the Pope Catholic?" My senior year, I returned to Italy and attended the University of Perugia, which is a college for foreigners, whereby all the classes were taught in Italian. One of the things that I will never forget, there was a huge discrepancy in the teaching methods in Italy as opposed to what I was accustomed to at Lewis and Clark College. In Italy, it was not unusual for the professors to use negative reinforcement as a means of getting the students to learn, to study. Case in point. I took an Italian literature class from a professor by the name of Dr. Baldini. Dr. Baldini was not only the principal of the entire school, Dr. Baldini was the most feared professor on campus. Dr. Baldini, every class, would randomly choose one of the students from the class to stand up in front of the class, face the class, and he would bombard them with questions in a staccato manner, boom, boom, boom. Even if you knew the answer, you couldn't remember it. He hadn't called on me all year long. Finally, it was the last day of the year. He called my name. I felt like being punched in the gut. I walked up to the front of the class, and I felt nauseous. And I was scared, and I was nervous. And before he threw me to the lions like he had my predecessors, he said, "You got 60 seconds. Tell us about yourself and your country." I said, "Sir, may I please use a chalkboard?" He says, "Yes, time's running out." I took a piece of chalk. On the blackboard, I drew an outline of the United States. I said, "This is the United States of America. I am an American." I then drew in the state of Oregon. This is Oregon. I live in Oregon. I then drew 10 stick figures all the way across the board. I said, "This is my family. This is Mom, Dad, Scott, Jim, Dan, Chuck, Brad, Kurt, Tom, and Mike." I turned to the professor and said, "Which one is Brad? That was Mike. How about Kurt? Where's Tom?" Fellow Toastmasters, I can honestly tell you, if looks could kill, I would not be here today to tell you. It was December the 8th, 1974.